At Numerian Capital, we bring you the latest stock news each day. Please like and subscribe so we can bring these articles to you each day. Thank you.
Today, December 28, 2022, why is Kala Pharmaceuticals stock soaring 240%? A critical FDA approval bolstered sentiment. Shares of Kala Pharmaceuticals stormed the Wednesday session with a blistering run. The clinical stage biotech received approval for an investigational new drug application. Kala stock appears promising though major challenges remain. Amid another soft performance for the benchmark equities index, rare eye disease specialist Kala Pharmaceuticals, Nasdaq Kala, lit up the overcast sky with a stunning triple-digit performance. Yesterday afternoon, the company announced that it received approval by the Food and Drug Administration for its investigational new drug application centered on its flagship therapeutic candidate KPI-012. In response, Kala stock gained nearly 46% in pre-market trading before soaring by 240% this afternoon. Specifically, KPI-012 represents a human mesenchymal stem cell secretome initially developed for the treatment of persistent corneal epithelial defect. According to a definition provided by a National Library of Medicine published research paper, persistent corneal epithelial defect results from failure of re-epithelialization and complete healing within 2 weeks of corneal epithelial insult, even after conventional treatment. An insult in medical terminology refers to an injury, irritation or trauma. The acceptance of the KPI-012 investigational new drug is an important milestone for Kala, as we work to translate the promise of our mesenchymal stem cell secretome platform into better outcomes for people living with rare ocular surface diseases, said Kim Brazel, Ph.D., Head of Research and Development and Chief Medical Officer of Kala Pharmaceuticals. We are now turning our focus to clinical execution. We are working closely with investigators to initiate our Phase 2b clinical trial of KPI-012 for persistent corneal epithelial defect in the first quarter of 2023. Added Brazel. According to MarketWatch, with the investigational new drug approval and based on terms of a private placement announced last month, Kala stated that it raised $25 million by selling a total of 43,478 shares of Series E convertible preferred stock at $575 per share to a life sciences-focused investor. Steep challenges remain for Kala stock. Per Kala's IND approval announcement, its upcoming Phase 2b clinical trial will be a multicenter, randomized, double-masked, vehicle-controlled, parallel group study to evaluate the safety and efficacy of 2 doses of KPI-012 ophthalmic solution compared to vehicle when dosed topically 4 times per day for 56 days. Further, management expects the trial to enroll 90 adult patients with persistent corneal epithelial defect. Enrollment in the trial should commence in the first quarter of 2023 and the company anticipates reporting top-line data in first quarter of 2024. Assuming positive results, Kala believes it may help wider efforts to submit a biologics license application to the FDA. If so, the narrative should provide a powerful catalyst for Kala stock. However, investors need to be careful as the second clinical phase often imposes significant hurdles. According to another paper published by the National Library of Medicine, the probability of success to transition from Phase 1 to Phase 2 pings at 66.4%. However, to move from Phase 2 to Phase 3 features a probability of success of 58.3%. Interestingly, the Phase 3 to application is 59%, meaning that moving up from Phase 2 represents the greatest challenge. Yet another research paper confirms that Phase 2 clinical trials represent a critical point in determining drug costs, and Phase 2 is a poor predictor of drug success. 30% of drugs entering Phase 2 studies fail to progress, and 58% of drugs go on to fail in Phase 3. Therefore, it's important to keep perspective on Kala stock. For all the underlying company's heroics in the midweek session, shares plunged around 80% on a year-to-date basis. Over the life of the security, Kala lost approximately 98% of market value. Thus, investors must exercise extreme caution with Kala stock.
Thanks for watching Numerian Capital News. Please come back tomorrow for another stock news update. Thank you.